All right, guys. One of the things that was absolutely critical, and by the way, welcome to my home in Dallas, Texas here. I've got something on my screen here that I'm going to talk about in a second, but one of the things that was absolutely critical in me being able to replace my job and be a full-time network marketer online was education, okay? You know, they say what knowledge is power. Well, other people say applied knowledge is power. Knowledge on ice is nothing, right? If you're not doing anything with the knowledge, you don't get anywhere, obviously, but you need the knowledge, okay? And it's important for a couple of reasons. Not just learning more about how to make sales or learning more about how to recruit people or inspire people or speak in a way that causes people to, want to join your team. This more than that, it's also how to take that information and package it in video, package it in your messages, package it in your email and your communication that you do with your list and your audience and with your team. So without further ado, I want to show you a little bit about the education that I got and how that has allowed me to break free from my job and do this full time for the last, I'm guessing, going on 2.5 years now. So come with me over here. I'll share my screen and make this so that you can actually see what I'm doing. There, and that should be good. This right here is the back office of Empower Network. Now, immediately you're going to see these are kind of the products. I have all of them, but I'm going to start right here with the Top Producer product. Now, this is how to become a top producer: sponsoring and selling, beliefs and attitudes, creating lead capture pages. Absolutely critical stuff. This is, how to basically, if you have an elevator pitch, a little 20-second pitch on something, instead of telling that to everyone, you put that on a capture page and you show that to everyone so that they see it. And then instead of them saying, yeah, I'd like to hear more, and you inviting them to a presentation in your home or a hotel, as soon as they put their information in, as soon as you capture that lead's follow-up information, it'll automatically redirect them to the follow-up process, right, to the sales funnel. Mechanics and strategy, creating rapport and responsiveness and relationships. The difference between what some people might tell you, that you got to become best friends with somebody before you can sell them anything, which is just a messed up reason to be a friend in the first place, versus what I would say, and that you got to create a business relationship. You've got to create responsiveness. You've got to create rapport within people who are paying attention to what you're doing, right? They don't really care what you know till they know what you care, and that is all taught right here. Generating highly targeted leads. Now, that's different between just taking a lead and generating really, really highly targeted lead. That's the difference between somebody who's, they're thinking about it, they got their foot in the water, maybe they're swirling around, versus somebody who's jumping in right away. They're ripping out their credit card and they're getting in immediately. Closing and signing up people on the phone, up to 80%. This is kind of what this covers. How to do that in a way to where you inject yourself in the funnel significantly later. What that means is, instead of you on the front end talking to everyone, including the 90% of people who don't join you, you only put yourself in near the end so that almost everyone you're talking to decides to join. They get in with you. Upselling, that's kind of very important in most organizations. If you don't have any sort of upsells in your process, you're probably leaving a lot of money on the table. And unfortunately, your team's going to be doing exactly what you're doing, and so they'll also be leaving a lot of money on the table. So you're kind of doing your team a disservice if you don't do that. Presentation formula, how to give any sort of presentation. I think there's 9 steps to this, and it's incredible. This is how to do it through live event recordings, local events, creating live groups. And this one's really important. I've watched this a bunch of times. Having a vision for the future that's attractive. You see, what I bought into was the vision of Empower Network, the vision of David Wood, the vision of creating 100 new millionaires a year. That was something that got me excited, something that made me want to start working. So that's it for the Top Producer. Now you can come in here and you can say, okay, well, what about the team building formula? Next product. So now I'm learning about how to build a team in a way that scales. Your outcome, teaching systems, expectations, core concepts you got to understand, and then team building principles. Law of duplication, law of taproot, momentum, beliefs and dream building and vision, the activity system, what your team's going to be doing every day. These are things that if you don't have a team yet, they'll absolutely save you tons of time when you get a team, because the easiest part of network marketing, as soon as you figure it out, is recruiting. The hardest part is keeping people around, and this is how to keep people around. You don't want a bunch of people to join your team and then quit 90 days later. And if you don't have this in place, that's exactly what most of them are going to do. All right. And then finally, the last product I'm going to go over here is the mass influence formula. This is absolutely critical. Each of these are about an hour long, and this is how David Wood recruits over 5,000 people a year, and why he's the number one recruiter in network marketing history ever. And so wait, one last thing. I want to go in here to the All In library. This is a library that continues to grow. We're only 4 weeks deep, and so it's got 4 lessons, and then there's Tactical Tuesday replay. Dream Building Wonders with Tracy Walker, $1 Million Earner. Viral Video Marketing with Jonathan Penberthy, Rhonda Swan. I don't know why I said Jonathan. That's John. And Justin Varengia. My buddy John and I got a funny story. I'll tell you that in the next video, though. But what I wanted to say about this, this right here, Neil Patel. Neil Patel gets like 80 to 90,000 unique visitors to his blog every month. What if you had 80 to 90,000 people that were paying attention to you? They were paying attention to everything you're doing, and some of what they were paying attention to was you inviting them to your business. You think you could maybe sponsor a couple thousand people a month? It'd be pretty easy with 80 to 90,000 unique visitors on your blog. Pretty crazy. Here's solo ads. This is how to do really, really big stuff. I mean, Alex is about to hit the $1 million mark, and that's what he does, solo ads. And then some stuff on free stuff. You know, Lawrence Tam, another $1 million earner. Awesome, awesome, awesome thing. So that's it for this video. Hopefully this has been really helpful. If there's one thing I can tell you to do, it's to get around a community of people that are learning how to do this stuff so that you can learn how to do this stuff, and to take action, learn every single day, plug your mind with everything, you know, especially if you come in here and you get the, where's it at? Inner Circle. You can listen to these Inner Circle audios. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of audios in here, and this list just keeps on growing and growing and growing. I've got one in here too that you can learn about. You know, really, really good stuff. David Wood, David Sharp, explore the power of business, unity in business, how collaboration diminishes competition and creates more opportunity for everyone. Insight on where the disconnect is with most people, and how locking arms with a more unified, greater purpose can change their business and the industry as a whole. How to close 95% of your prospects. Pretty good. Hypnotic selling secrets. David Wood. That's what's in that mass influence formula. And this is kind of a taste of it. So without further ado, I want you guys to plug in, start learning, learn every day, and make this the best year of your life.